Gaming Manual.
Complete 5 rounds on each stage and move on to the next character-themed level. Before each new section begins, you'll get some brief tips from the level's main antagonist. This is a cool addition and showcases how beautiful and smooth the animation that the Super Nintendo was capable of towards the end of its lifespan. Hey everyone, this is Jason from the Gaming Manual, back with another treasure trove title for you all. Today, we're taking a look at Tetris Attack, released in 1996 for the SNES. As previously mentioned, this game came out for the Super Nintendo in 1996. August 1996, no less. Which essentially means nobody was watching the Super Nintendo anymore when this game dropped. We were almost a full year into the PlayStation 1, and the N64 was only a month away. This truly was the strange twilight era of the SNES, which, despite not garnering much attention at the time, much like the late era NES titles, afforded tons of sleeper hits and gems that ironically represent some of the strongest gameplay, graphics, and sound each console had to offer. Tetris Attack was developed by Intelligent Systems. The game did debut in Japan a full year earlier as Pendel de Pon in October 1995. It featured a different graphical overlay, however, and featured fairies and pixies instead of the Yoshi's Island characters we all know and love. Anyway, the game was received with overwhelming positivity, praising the lush graphics and addicting gameplay. It was heralded as far better than the Japanese original release as well. Tetris Attack received an 8.25 out of 10 in EGM and a perfect 5 out of 5 score from GamePro, both of which were the two largest and most influential gaming magazine publications at the time. For real, if either EGM or GamePro said something was good, you knew it was good. It was so good, in fact, that it won SNES Game of the Year for 1996. This doesn't sound that impressive on the surface until you remember that Super Mario RPG also came out in 1996, and that's one of the best games on the entire console, let alone for the year. I first played this game around 2009 or 2010. A friend of mine had a physical cartridge and I'd never even seen it, let alone played it. Within minutes, I was hooked. Since then, I've tracked down my own physical cart copy, and I still play this game so much that I felt compelled to make this treasure trove episode. The main menu features a couple of options: 1-player game, 2-player game, how to play, how to improve, and options. Tetris Attack features several modes of gameplay. Endless, in which the game runs until a game over occurs. Time trial, race against the clock in a set limited amount of time. Stage clear, my personal favorite and preferred mode, whereby you clear limited sets of blocks to the finish line, then move up a level. Puzzle mode has you clearing all of the panels to progress. Versus mode allows you to simulate a 2-player versus battle, but against the CPU instead. The gameplay here is very simple. Match 3 or more of any one single color and clear the pile. I actually prefer this to Tetris. The gameplay is faster for me, and I prefer being able to scan and use my peripheral vision to spot light-colored blocks. It gets addicting. Fast. Players use an on-screen cursor to move and rotate pieces horizontally, which can then be used to clear blocks both horizontally and vertically. Clearing multiple chunks of blocks simultaneously is called comboing, and is integral to completing the later levels. Challenge is increased via speed, with blocks moving faster and faster up the screen, with additional colors being added to create complexity and tighter, more frantic situations. But, just like the game itself instructs us, don't panic. In Stage Clear, challenge mounts with additional bonus rounds featuring Bowser. His stages are extremely challenging and they move fast, so they'll be testing your reflexes to say the least. Honestly, don't expect to win these rounds too often. complete 5 rounds on each stage and move on to the next character-themed level. Before each new section begins, you'll get some brief tips from the level's main antagonist. This is a cool addition and showcases how beautiful and smooth the animation that the Super Nintendo is capable of towards the end of its lifespan. So, is Tetris Attack on the Super Nintendo worth playing today? Yes, absolutely. You can find used cartridges on eBay and Facebook Marketplace for $10 to $20 US. I think I got my cartridge-only copy for $20 on eBay. You can also find the Game Boy version, which is just as addicting and features the exact same gameplay, and take this gem on the go. I always forget that you can totally play Japanese Game Boy games in US Game Boy consoles. There's no region lockout. Look how free we used to be. So, what do you think? Do you have any memories or experiences with Tetris Attack on the Super Nintendo? Let us know down in the comments below. This is Jason from the Gaming Manual. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Let us know your thoughts on the game in the comments below. As always, thank you for your time, and we'll see you in the next video.
Gaming Manual